big head. No! No light. Smell a rat. You don't fuck with the... No light. Pray for me.
So, if I help with this...
When you help, not if.
Right, when? Will there be a reward involved? Possibly some blood?
Sure there will. You'll get the gift of continuing to live. The greatest gift of all.
Right! Oh, I forgot how generous you are, Antonio. Oh, a witness. Good. I mean, hello again.
So, you managed to get here in one piece. Took you long enough to get off that vertibird. Time is of the essence here.
Yes, of the essence, right. Of course, yep. You're Abby, right? You sure you want to get clean?
Focus here, Jeannie.
Focusing. Right. Do you have the sample?
Yeah, but this here is liquid gold. Don't break it.
Give it here.
Hey, Maran, can we maybe speed up the process here?
Dad, just wait.
Oh, no. This isn't good. This is the opposite of good. What is that? Bad? Right. Bad.
What's the problem here?
I wasn't expecting this. This has profound implications, and I don't know where.
Just spit it out already. My daughter is dying, and we don't have the time for you to have your little eureka moment.
The sample you brought me isn't pure enough to make an antidote with.
What?
That's a very funny joke, Jean. That came from the Jersey Devil himself. How can you get any fucking purer?
You're not gonna believe me, but, that wasn't the real Jersey Devil. If such a thing even exists, that is. This is juvenile blood. The one you killed was just a child.
What? So you mean the ones we see coming out of the Barrens is just... it's... children? Then, how big's the father? Huh? Or the mother? It's hard to tell with these things.
I don't know. No one's ever seen it before. Lived to tell about it, that is. The quantity of neural proteins present in the blood sample isn't vast enough to qualify this as an adult. But if there's a juvenile, that means there's a parent. An adult would have blood potent enough to craft an antidote.
So, you're saying you want us to go into the Pine Barrens and kill an adult devil? Just trying to see if I'm the one who's going nuts, or if it's still you.
But if it's our only option, we've got to.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Right. Looks like you and I have some business to take care of with a gentleman from the Barrens. I'm still trying to process that it's real at all, frankly. Let's just hope that it is. The, properties in the Devil's Blood are too weak. Whatever the egghead said. The, ingredients we need from its blood are not present in big enough quantities for it to work. Like, baking a blood cake, right? I don't. But it's our only shot, all right? And I don't leave without results. Not sure. Hey, Egghead. How do we draw an adult devil out?
That I can help with. We've got enough here that I can make fake devil pheromones. If you can bring the pheromones to high points in the city center, maybe the scent will draw the devil out of the Barrens.
I could probably think of a few places to bring him.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We? Oh, no, Abby. You're not coming.
What's your excuse this time? I'm an adult. I can handle myself. I've been handling myself for years now, thanks to you and Mom.
Hey, don't bring your mother into this. Yeah, you've been handling yourself, right? Look how well that's going. You're so strung out, you're on death's door.
Strung out on a chem you sold.
You little... My word is final here. You are not coming. Wait for us here. We'll be back with the blood.
You'll never change, will you?
Go ahead, walk away. It's not like I'm trying to save your life or anything.
You should hurry. Think of all that pure blood being wasted.
Just go. I've said what I needed to say.
That name will be the death of me. I told Pomeranian that foreign punch! So, how big do you think this thing is? Think I could take him? Well, those pheromones aren't gonna place themselves.
I have more time.
How many of these things do we need to scatter? My legs ain't what they used to be, kid. mind bearing scented candle out of these pheromones.
Charge an extra.
Damn it! They're already swarming like wasps out here.
Buttercup's been spending a lot of time with Anna lately. Hope he's not going soft. The other monster is a dead monster.
Hey, kid. I need a word with you. This is it. Hope my daughter's grateful we're about to whack a living legend for her. What gave it away? Is it the constant tension or her blatantly hating my guts? I know you're not supposed to have a favorite kid, but I did. And it wasn't Vin. When Abby was real little, I took her under my wing. She was a total daddy's girl. Showered her with affection and gifts. I used to let her sit in on all of our meetings. I showed her the ropes. I hate to admit it, but she would have been a top-tier maid woman. But there's a reason they call the Cosa Nostra the family. It's 'cause it replaces your real one. And you've got to fuck over your real one to keep the family happy. What didn't change is the real question. Abby, she was, getting older. Becoming more of a teenager, and less of a little girl. She was growing into a formidable young woman, and that was the problem. Yeah, thank you, Einstein. I'm well aware of that. You're missing the whole point here. There ain't a law saying women can't be in the family, but there's always been opposition to letting them reach positions of power. Yeah, it's tradition. It's always been men who have done the killing, the stealing, the plotting. I was next in line to be godfather. Do you really think they would have accepted her as my heir with no issues? Just ask Conchetta. Why do you think she has a target on my ass? If she could have been Don, Quintino would have chosen her. She's his flesh and blood, after all. It was a choice she made, but it was definitely influenced by this. I wasn't about to set Abby up for disappointment. Train her all these years just to be rejected. I just distanced myself from her. Didn't let her sit in on my work no more. I never told her why. Over time, she just got the hint. That's when she started acting out. She knew I was the big player moving devil's blood around AC. I don't know if she knew I discovered it, but that don't really matter now, does it? There's tons of chems you can get hooked on in this shithole, but she got hooked on one thing that she knew would get my attention. Trouble is, blood is highly addictive. She got in to win my love with some such bullshit, but there's no getting out with that poison. I never asked you to be. I just figured you wanted to know what's going on. Yeah, but you're right. We got a lot of issues to work through. Listen, the past is the... Did you do that? Oh, look at all that blood! Pure devil blood! Do you know how much this shit is worth? I'll tell you what, kid. Why don't you take a little more than you need? It'll take longer, sure, but Abby's waited this long already. I'm sure she could last a bit longer, and I can take the rest back to Jean and make an exclusive line of elite blood. We could make a killing off it. But there's... well, you... You might be right there. Maybe I'm losing my grip on myself. I'm getting too old to chase these caps, kid. I don't know how much time I got left. The mob aside, I might as well spend the rest of it trying to make it right with my kids, right? Just take enough for Abby, all right? Just leave the sucker to his own devices. We should get back to Abby as soon as possible, and, thanks, kid, for showing me the way. It's the dawn of a new era, huh?
You're back! And you have all your limbs. Exceeding expectations again, I see.
All right, Jeannie,
Hurry.
we got the goods.
We don't have much
Hey,
time.
Where's Abby?
Yeah. About that.
I'm gonna ask nicely one more time. Where is my daughter?
She took off. It wasn't my fault. I swear, Antonio, she just left.
Why on earth would she do that? Her life's in jeopardy, for God's sake.
She said she needed to be alone. That this is a mistake.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Did she say where she went?
Sorta. She said she went to the place where she met her real father.
Kids and their dramatics. We need to go find her then. You and me both, kid. It's completely irrational, I know. She's probably just being a drama queen. You know how teenagers are. Well, she's 20, but that's just a teenager with an extra year. Yes, genius, I am, and I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's where she first saw me whack a poor fool on the job. Hard to keep a calendar in times like this, but she was still a kid at the time. Fella owed the family caps for some blood he never paid for. He never came up with the caps, so we wasted him.
We don't have much time.
Wasted him. I guess you could say it was Abby's first lesson in what happens to an addict at the end of the line. I'll tell you what the plan is. It's real simple. We go to this overly dramatized place and we find Abby.
Hurry.
Then we bring her back here, whether she likes it or not.
Wasted.
Agree. Let's go.
You should hurry. Think of all that pure blood being wasted.
There you are.
God, I was hoping you wouldn't find me.
Could you talk some sense into her? Abby, what the hell's gotten into you?
Please, just leave me alone. It's best for everyone involved if you just leave me alone.
Abby, what the hell's gotten into you? We got the sample. You need to come back to the lab.
Why even bother with it? Is there even a point to this antidote?
What are you talking about?
Do you even remember what happened here, Dad? You wasted a guy on blood because he didn't pay up. What even sets me apart from him? Why does he get a bullet to the head and I get an antidote?
Abby, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna just let you die over something that happened 14 years ago. We can't just let her walk away.
A normal life, huh? Let me ask you something. What life do I have to return to? What point is there? My mother's too busy looking in a mirror to look at me. My brother can't be there for me for forever. He has his own life to live. My father kills people and ruins their lives for a living, and I've never even been good enough for that. So let me ask you again. What do I have to go back to? With a life like that, what'll even stop me from using again? Then all of this would be for nothing. I would love to believe that. I really would. But how do I know I can trust his word? Anyone can lie. Only actions show change. Consistent action. How do I know anything is going to change? What proof is there? He did? He gave up Caps? I'm not sure if I believe that.
Look, quit making me out to be this horrible bad guy. I just didn't want to waste perfectly good money is all.
It's not about the blood or even the stupid devil. It's about the fact that you've always chosen Caps over me. Why did you walk away from me? What did I do wrong? Even if that's true, he should have stood up for me.
I wasn't there for you, and for that, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. But the truth is, you didn't do nothing wrong. And I never hated you. I knew you could never really be in the mob. They would never even let you file their papers, let alone call the shots. I didn't want to set you up for failure, you understand? But I didn't want to break your heart neither. So I just did nothing. But I should have done better. And for that, I'm sorry.
You admitted you were wrong. So maybe it's time I do the same. I never really thought you cared about me. I don't think I deserve special treatment because I'm your daughter. But if I'm going to take this antidote and start a new life, I really want it to be a new life. A new start. No more killing, no more Kims. I want a proper family. I don't want to be on my own anymore.
No, Abby, you're right. I failed you.
All these years, I put Caps and the high life ahead of my family, ahead of my own flesh and blood. I'm the one who owes you an apology. And yes, I am a coward for trying to walk away. I should have done better. You know, sweetheart, there's still time. If you take the antidote, I can be the father you always wanted from here on out.
I want the antidote. I want to get better.
Let's head back to the labs, and you'll feel better soon.
I didn't think my dad had, feelings. I really hope this works.
Don't like that there ain't no guarantees, but I guess that's just life, right?
You're back. Did you get the sample? And, will there be any leftovers? Just one moment. I need to engineer the antidote. Are you sure you want this, Abby? No more blood. Forever.
Put a sock in it, Gene.
All right. This should be good. Ready, Abby?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
I'm right here with you, kiddo. Well? Do you feel any different?
I don't know. Not really. Wait. I feel... the craving is dying down. It's not as intense.
You should feel some immediate relief. But it'll take weeks for the symptoms to fade completely. It'll only get better from here on out. Not worse.
Thank you, Jean. I should be thanking you the most. Without you, I'd still be... I don't want to think about what might have happened to me. That means a lot to hear. I never considered that anyone cared about whether I lived or died. I guess a lot of people do.
Anything for you, Abby. You better prove to you that I'm here for you. You ready to go home now, kiddo?
Yeah, Dad. I'm ready. Would you meet us there? You've been with us the whole way, so it wouldn't feel right to part ways here. I'm sure Ven wants to thank you too. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
We're done here, right?
So, how do you do this whole father thing? It's easier to make
I'm
caps
shocked,
than raise
to
a
say the
kid.
least. But in a good way.
No time for
Maybe
chit-chat.
this
We
is
gotta
a
get her
chance to
cured.
start over.
ASAP! Well, no need to roll out the red carpet for us, but we're back. The devil coughed up his cure, and Abby is right as rain.
Thank God. Does he mean it, Abs?
Yeah, Ven. I'm back. Really back.
Thank goodness. We're all due for some relaxation now that this is through. Would you like a toast, Abigail?
Let's take it easy on the substances for a while.
That's no fun at all. If I can't be a star again, at least let me libate like one.
You don't need a big audience to be a star, Mom. I love hearing you sing.
You've grown charismatic with age, Abigail. If only I could say the same for your father.
Hey, not in front of the guest. Speaking of which, why don't you come join the festivities?
Sorry.
So
not right now.
is this the part where we give you our gratitude and third-born child? Quite the Samaritan answer, you. You and Ven must get along well.
I'm not sure.
I know this has been a roller coaster.
Outside the city.
Having you looking in from the outside, it shed light on a lot of things. But I'm hopeful for the future.
I actually have something I want to talk to you all about. This has been on my mind for a while. Ever since we came to Appalachia, I've missed working with the Munis. I felt guilty for thinking about them when everyone needed me here. I even thought about going back, about what going home would be like without all of you in it. And I don't want that life. You're my family, and I want you to know that I'm staying nearby so long as I'm able.
Oh, don't frighten us like that. You had us all holding our breath just to say nothing's changing.
You'll always have a home here, Vinny. You know that.
You deserve to be happy too, Ven. Maybe there's an organization out here like the Munis. Somewhere you can do that kind of work again.
Whew, it, feels really weird to talk about myself.
Oh, you'll get better with practice. I certainly did.
Yeah, maybe a little too good. Don't you think, honey?
You know you love it.
All right. Family meeting's over. As for you, our doors are open. Least we can do in return for your assistance with family matters. Maybe one of these days, we'll even have a happy hour worth inviting you to. I'll leave the acting to Evelyn from now on. Capiche?
Never thought we'd be together again like this.
What's the rumpus?
What is that
Ha.
God ever saying?
Yeah, very funny.
I thought I told
Did you
you
learn
to
that
don't
one
do
at the...
scrub
If you're
mustache.
asking if it feels nice not to have to pretend anymore, yeah. Yeah, it does. Had to do a lot of research on dementia in order to properly mimic its symptoms. Just thinking about having it for real gives me the shakes. Pretty well, all things considered. I lost out on some major caps, sure,
Yes,
but
everybody.
I got
Does
my
no one
daughter
want to
back.
drink in these
You made me do a
godforsaken
bit of
hills?
thinking, kid,
To dance?
for once. I wanted to pay, same as any other baron, but what's the point of being rich if you got nothing to spend it on, huh? What's the point of living if I ain't doing the whole life thing?
Luck really can
You
be turned
changed
around.
my perspective. And that ain't an easy thing to do to an old dog like me. Oh boy, my favorite.
Nothing's ever simple.
Yes and no. I don't have any plans of heading back to AC. No, sir, I'm comfortable right here in Nowheresville. Technically, not on the run, but if I did show up in AC, you can bet Concerta or whoever bests her would put me down like a yellow dog behind a shed.
Just once we could keep it together.
Chaos, probably. Not like I give a damn anymore. La Cosa Nostra.
Think.
Feh.
The journey.
It was like La Mia Cosa all along, you understand? And now that they ice me out, I'm done. I don't care who takes the reins now. Concerta, Fabio, some other wise guy, doesn't matter.
Well,
I hope it all
more
burns.
than ever, actually.
Q wouldn't have wanted this. Sure I do. Sure as the sun rises and falls. But life's always changing, kid. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst. There's highs and lows. And right now, I'm stuck in a
Things
long
be different with a
lull.
normal family.
Oh, joy. And what might those be? Not perfect, but then again, things rarely are. But I'm trying, and she can see that. I'm trying to plan out, you know, father-daughter stuff. To bond. It's, kinda feminuccia, but for Rebs, it's worth it.
luck really can be turned around.
Uneventful. But ain't that just marriage? She's more interested in reinventing her dead career than the likes of me. I tried telling her it's a complete waste of time and that she'd be better off just letting it go, but she can't, can she? Research, kid. A lot of it. I had to be a bit of a compelling actor as well. Of course, some people were eager to see me gone, so accepting the infirmity of my mind was quite easy for them. It meant I'd be out of the
Thought we'd
picture,
be together again like this.
and they could have what was mine. What riveting dialogue awaits me? Yeah, try not to get clipped.